had a video in mind for today. It's Christmas morning, so Merry Christmas. A few things changed the last couple of days. Things changed yesterday. Things changed this morning. And I just said no. So this is literally thrown together. I mean, like a bunch of junk you got in the fridge that you don't know what to do with, and you throw a bunch of crap in it, and maybe put it in a crock pot. So this might be our crock pot video. A few days ago, a friend of mine reached out to me, a guy I met years ago, and I tell you what, when I first met him, I didn't think me and him we weren't gonna click. He wasn't very nice, but he had a reason not to be nice. And as life progressed, we've bonded with a friendship. A lot of our bonding is over struggles, his struggles, my struggles, just life. My dad punched out 13 years ago, and so him and I have had a lot of conversations about his dad and that long driveway that you have to travel after your father or your mother, whoever's gone. It's a long driveway. You know, the day that you wake up, you know, the next day after your dad dies, and you're like, you know, hell, what do I do the day after my dad dies? Like is there a parade? You know, what is it? You don't know what to do. So we've had all these conversations. Well, he reached out to me a few days ago, and he said, hey, brother, he said, you know, Dad's just, it ain't working. So I was like, okay. And then I found out that he was really struggling with the decision to bring his father home, literally to die in the house that he was born in. So he was born in the house. Now he's going to die in the house, and there's your full circle. Yesterday, I know I'm jumping all over the place, work with me. Yesterday I drove all day with my family, and I'm literally on the property I grew up in. And I was dog-ass tired this morning and didn't want to get out of bed, but I wanted to get up in this tree and I wanted to see that sun. I woke up in the room my dad sucked his last breath. And there ain't a day goes by that I don't wake up in that room and think about that. It is what it is. But there is something to people being able to die in comfort. Their comfort, not ours. It ain't about us. There's something to familiar surroundings. My dad always told me, he's like, son, I want to die with my boots on. It didn't happen. It just didn't. I got one of his last pairs of work boots, and I kept them, not to be creepy, but I just got them sitting in my shop. Pair of old, you know, leather work boots, steel toe, you know, just to kind of remember that. There's a lot of things towards the end when we punch we can't control. But maybe that's one of the things that they can control, is where they suck that last breath. So ultimately, my friend brought his father home. And yesterday I'm driving down the road and I texted him just, you know, like a 12-hour drive. And I said, hey, you know, how's it going? He said, he's close. Boom. Next text was, he's gone. When I woke up this morning, looking around in that room, and it's different now. We've tried to change a few things. You know, I was like, yeah, that's the video for Christmas. Heavy video. I get it. I totally get it. And we were going to do something much lighter, and we had it all figured out. Nah, I just don't think that's not what we got to do today. You know, even Christmas can be heavy. I texted my buddy's wife this morning. She sent me a couple pictures. Again, it's a crock pot video. And we're going to throw that together. And a little hoorah for this man. I met him one time, sat at his kitchen table, ate supper with him. I am so glad I took the time that day to do that. And that's the thing. We just got to take the time. So when you're faced with that dilemma, you know, try not to think so much about you. Think more about them. You know, it's not as foggy up there as it used to be. It's been 13 years. And there's things that I think about, and how would my dad want me to do it? You know, how would he want me to process that? And would he want me to hang on to that tree, or would he want me to let it go? So I know the last video we posted was about trees, so this might be another video about trees. But the point is that it's really about their comfort. And my dad built the house that he died in. I thought that was pretty cool. And even though there wasn't much in those final moments that he could control, he controlled that much. And with my buddy's dad, I mean, he was born in the house, so we know it was dirt old, because he was fixing to be 85 Sunday. You know, that's good stuff. It just really is. So if this video works for you, please share it, send it on. We've all been in those defining moments of like what to do. And I can tell you 100%, a guy like me, that's how I'd want to go. Someplace I'm comfortable. You know, someplace that's familiar. And yeah, just like my old man, I hope I got my damn boots on. And if I don't, then I don't know. I'd want to have my feet down in some dirt, some leaves or whatever. And that's what we need to be thinking about. Not so much how it affects us. So I hope this crockpot video works. And y'all have a great Christmas. And keep it simple today, man. Really. I mean, it's always the complaint I hear from everybody is that it's all crazy at Christmas, man. Just keep it simple. That's what we do. We just keep it simple. You know, just a bunch of fools up in trees today, and no big fancy meal, and keeping it down to basics. And y'all have a good one. So since it's a crockpot video, I just looked in the back of the refrigerator, and I remember on this one section of the shelf, there's this one thing I wanted to add, and I totally forgot. I normally don't like do my own research for like stuff related to the Bible. I reach out to my good friend Mario, but you know, he's probably doing some major family junk right now at the moment. So I said, I'll just leave Mario alone today, and I'll Google. I know there's a lot of Bible reference to about the house, and so I looked in Hebrews, and you know, it says the builder of all things is God. My dad built his house. I'm confident that my buddy's dad, you know, he was in that house for 85 years, and he looked like he was pretty handy, pretty confident he did a lot of building in that house. But if God is the builder of all things, then this is the big house, the really, really big house. And today, I really think that's what we should be doing, is enjoying God's big house. And just try to dial down that influence of man and enjoy God's big house. And rejoice and praise and dance and whatever. And that's my 2 cents. So that's the end of the crockpot video. We're going to put the lid on it. We're going to let it simmer for a while. And hopefully 5 hours from now, it's a really good video. Do me a favor. Think of my friend today. Think of all the people that you can think of that, you know, is going to have something sitting on a shelf. You know, did a video Thanksgiving with an empty plates. Yeah. Just think about that. And you know, the thing is, people are just kind of funny the way we're wired. People are like, well, I don't want to bring that up because I don't want to, trust me. Anybody who's lost somebody, whether it's just by natural causes or tragically, it's on the front of their forehead. Pretty heavy, especially on big holidays and anniversaries and things like that. And so all you got to do is say, hey, brother, thinking about you. It's that simple. You ain't gonna fix it. But acknowledgement, minute acknowledgement, goes a long damn way in the process of healing. Gotta be careful and letting go. Y'all take care.